Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. Really appreciating you taking time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it, so thank you in advance. Now, today's episode, we're going back to the Assassin's Creed franchise, but I want to talk to you about my favorite Assassin's Creed entry, and that is Odyssey. So, I bought Assassin's Creed, its first game I got on my 360, got the second game, fantastic experience, but kind of fell off with the subsequent sequels to it. And it was just like, you know what? Not really for me right now. And then Origins came out, really enjoyed it, really enjoyed the direction they started to take the series in. And so Odyssey comes out. Now, I'm a big fan of the Greek, mythology and things like that. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna dive into this. Now, this is also like the first game I started playing once we opened Engage Gaming. So this was also, a very memorable time for myself. And I just remember playing this game and, kind of manning the store and just diving so much into this game that, I wanted to kind of stay after we closed and kept playing, just because that's how much I enjoyed this game. Without spoiling too much, you get to pick between two different characters, brother and sister. And depending on which one you pick, the story kind of shapes itself a little differently. But everything about this game was just the next step in the right direction, and it just ended up becoming like my favorite Assassin's Creed. Like the fact that you start off playing King Leonidas, to talk to you about the spear and things like that, was such a small little touch, but kind of gave the game this gravitas to it. Like, yeah, you gonna start off playing Leonidas. Like, I watched 300, who hasn't? So given that point of reference and then kind of going from there. Now I played as Cassandra. I played both Alexios and Cassandra playthroughs, but I prefer Cassandra. I just thought that her character sounded better, if that makes sense. Like, kind of the reason I played FemShep. I just kind of figured that I like to hear this character talk more. But everything about this game, like I said, if you played Origins, you know exactly what you were getting into, but it just did everything so much better. The bounty system and just the way you explored. And it's one thing that Assassin's Creed has gotten even better at over the years, is being able to traverse everything and feeling like each little, inch of the map is explorable was so cool. I mean, even in this game, you start off on an island and you explore the whole island. And to be honest, I had a feeling that, obviously it wasn't going to take place on just that island, but I thought that was like the starting areas was kind of giving you a good idea of, how big the rest of the game was going to be. And it is way bigger than that little island that you start off with. Like, you can clear that whole thing and, that's probably 5% of what the game has to offer. As you progress, seeing how all of the Greek mythologies tie into your story, weapon upgrades, skill upgrades, all of those things, I just kept wanting to keep playing. And I'm not 100% completionist, right? I'm playing the game. I'm following the story. If things catch my eye, I tend to try to knock them out. But a lot of these games have so many things to do. I just kind of get overwhelmed. And I never felt like that with this game. I just felt like, I was making my way around, and the game it gives you a path, but there's definitely a sense of, once you get to a certain point, and not even that far into the game, you have pretty much free reign. Now, you might not want to go to certain places just yet, but you technically could if you wanted to. And I appreciated, the way they kind of get you used to what's going on, and then kind of, let the game open itself up to you, doing all the battles and things like that, where you have to take down the generals, and, you can basically decide, how much you want to get involved with the goings on of the game, the game world itself, and how much do you want to just stick to your path and kind of just do your thing. And as the story progresses with the little snake society and all of that, like, man, there's just so many great things that I enjoyed about this game. So I definitely wanted to show it some love. Like, for me personally, this is my favorite Assassin's Creed. Now, I know there are a whole bunch of entries into the series, so if you haven't played this one and you've enjoyed other ones in the series, I really, really recommend this to you. If you are looking for something a little different, and you haven't gotten your feet wet with the Assassin's Creed series, this is not a bad entry point. Certain references you're not gonna get. You might want to fall back a few entries, but if you're just looking to jump in and this Greek mythology backdrop is for you, by all means, this might be the one for you as well. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this game and the series as a whole. Love to hear from you. I always appreciate it. So I look forward to it. And I appreciate you letting me reminisce with you. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.